You know, the word entrepreneur has elusive definitions. It is so overused, it is the subject of several meanings and interpretations that sometimes we even forget what it means and its origin. It's a French word, and the Oxford Dictionary states it's a person who undertakes a commercial venture. But we know it's not as simple as that. Entrepreneurship has become a buzzword since the 90s and a concept on which economic activity rests for the push from micro to medium-sized businesses. But this meaning flies in the face of Jean-Baptiste Say, the French economist who coined the word towards the end of the 20th century with the intent of capturing a concept of human energy and initiative, breaking down old structures with activities in response to identify gaps in economic systems where they were seen as opportunities rather than deficiencies. He defined an entrepreneur as one who takes an enterprise, especially a contractor, acting as intermediary between capital and labor. Also, the Irish-French economist Richard Cantillon, who defined in English terms that entrepreneur is a term applied to a person who is willing to help launch a new venture or enterprise and accept full responsibility for its outcome. On the other hand, one Mr. Joseph Schumpeter, an Australian-Hungarian-American economist and political scientist, saw the entrepreneur as an innovator and popularized the phrase creative destruction to describe his view of the role of entrepreneurs in changing business norms. Creative destruction encompasses changes entrepreneurial activities makes every time a new process, product, or company enters the market. The real-life entrepreneur, or the successful entrepreneur, is therefore the one who has a vision and the capability to take advantage of opportunities and make them successful, filling a gap in a competitive market. There are now studies in entrepreneurship, processes giving prominence to its development, including systems and skills, and of course, there are studies that show that there can be successes. However, it is yet to be decided whether entrepreneurship is a science or an art. I humbly submit that it is a business process. From idea to activity, the end product, which is wealth creation, and along the way, create some jobs and pay taxes. When we look back at the time when Mr. Say coined the word, if we apply what he intended, we will see that long before that, there were activities in Jamaica which fit the definition and added to the strength of the economy. Worthy of consideration are dressmakers, tailors, shoemakers, artisans, blacksmiths. They have always been small-scale activities. Some were even illegal, in response to needs. We do not have to look further than the emergence of our own informal commercial importers, ICIs, who made significant contribution to social stability. Just think about what is happening around us. Example, when oil prices increase, kerosene oil in most areas, there are more coal burners. IT processing services, non-traditional exporters who earn foreign currency, the rapid startups and business growth, my company being one of them, and as you hear, I'm into dirt, are all real-life entrepreneurs. In talking about the real-life entrepreneur, we must also talk some truths. And here, I recommend to you Dr. Blossom Annealy's book, The Hazard of Entrepreneurship, A Guide to Business Success, 1995. The first chapter is, Will the Real Entrepreneur Please Stand Up? And it ends with a very interesting appendix called Curing the Illness, a checklist for action. This should be a must-read for those who are already entrepreneurs and those who think they can become an entrepreneur. The book is awe-inspiring, informative and practical, easy to read. It's only 136 pages, and after you are through reading it, the bibliography directs you to further reading and research. This book should be the Entrepreneur's Bible. It's in Kingston Bookstore and others. Let's look at the challenge of the real-life entrepreneur. We have now come to believe that entrepreneurship is designed to promote business startup as the engine for wealth creation, job creation, and in some cases, social well-being. But all this comes with challenges which are surmountable if those with the entrepreneurial drive are willing to do the proverbial time. Whether as an individual or a family-owned business, there are characteristics specific to both. These include management skills, growth, financing, competitiveness, and profitability, among others. There are also some gender-based issues, as men and women in business are seen in different lights. And if you want to know about family-owned business, come spend a day with me. And the challenge is there. There are also highly engaging and challenging conditions which are required of the real-life entrepreneur.